Well, tomorrow, House lawmakers are going to start debate on a law that would outlaw nearly all abortions in South Carolina.
This comes 2 months after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, leaving the legality of abortions to state lawmakers to decide. News 19's Becky Buds is at the State House now with more on what we can expect.
On Tuesday, South Carolina House members will debate a bill banning abortions in South Carolina except for the life and health of the mother. Lawmakers from both sides are gearing up for a debate they say will be unlike any other.
A lot of men and women who will be affected by this bill are standing up and saying, no, we do not want this.
The reality is with the Dobbs decision, we know that what we do here this week is likely to become the law of South Carolina.
The bill includes a number of health conditions that would allow doctors to perform abortions. Although it doesn't criminalize South Carolinians seeking an abortion, it outlines penalties for those who perform the procedure. It also includes banning the selling and buying of drugs that induce abortions.
Fighting as hard as I can to make sure if there's any hope to prevent this bill from passing, that we do not pass this bill.
The bill has a long way to go before it could be something that looks right and ready to be a part of the law in South Carolina. Right now, I think it's a good starting point, but it's not ready.
Exceptions for rape and incest in any abortion ban is expected to be the point of contention among both Republican and Democratic legislators. The debate comes as South Carolina's 6-week abortion law is held up in court, meaning abortion is currently legal up to 20 weeks of pregnancy. Reporting out the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
And the Senate is set to return a week from tomorrow to debate whatever the House votes on this week.
Well, the ban that lawmakers are working on now would replace the state's fetal heartbeat law, which is currently on hold. Here's some background information for you. In 2016, then Governor Nikki Haley signed a bill that bans abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy, jumping ahead of February of 2021. That's when lawmakers passed the heartbeat law, effectively banning abortions at 6 weeks. The law was blocked in court almost immediately after being signed. In June of this year, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Now, the fetal heartbeat law went into effect 3 days later. Earlier this month, the state Supreme Court temporarily blocked the 6-week ban while justices considered the legality of the measure. With that injunction in place, abortion is currently legal in South Carolina up to 20 weeks of pregnancy. Laws outlawing abortion took effect in several Republican-led states last week, 2 months after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. In Texas, Tennessee, Idaho, and Oklahoma, near total bans on abortions are now in place. 3 of those states have trigger ban laws that took effect after a waiting period. The state of Idaho can only partially enforce its ban after a federal judge said the state cannot prosecute when an abortion is performed in a medical emergency. 13 states have passed trigger laws banning most abortions. Many of those states already had laws restricting abortion access. In Tennessee, doctors who violate the law could face felony charges and up to 15 years in prison.